Hi Leo, welcome into a random next 48-hour tarot reading for you. Please keep in mind as we proceed with the reading, it is obviously general, so just take what resonates and discard the rest, or simply see how this next 2-day period and surrounding it ends up for you, all right? But I channeled an overall message for us before beginning the reading, and that message was everything is working out in my favor. Everything is working out in my favor. And I feel this is really speaking upon your perspective, your outlook, and how that's really affecting your reality, your experiences, your success, your opportunities that you're working with, utilizing, applying yourself towards, and even gaining throughout this period. There's a sense of you being motivated and passionate and even a little bit feisty and spicy and everything in between. I'm everything, and I know that. And I'm not going to hide it, you know what I mean? And other people are feeling this as well. Your confidence is a huge part of this period, as I feel people are not only thinking about you, focusing upon you at a distance and up close within this 2-day period, but people from your recent days, maybe even rewinding a bit further back, are thinking about the Leo energy. I enjoyed working with them. I'm now finding myself throughout this period thinking about them, reflecting upon it, smiling, even maybe laughing in regards to it. I enjoyed meeting up with them or connecting with them from a distance. I'm now thinking about Leo. So I really feel people, including yourself, are focusing upon you. Okay, there's also going to be at random points, or maybe one significant point, focus upon something you like but don't love. I heard I like it, but I don't love it. I like it, but I don't love it. From the Queen of the Moon Oracle for my amazing Leos. Self-reflection. Okay, so the next 2 days gives you prime opportunity, rather, to reflect. What did I do right? What did I do wrong? What can I improve on? Oh, what do I feel has been working for me as I am stepping into and flowing through a period where, again, in reality, everything's working in your favor. It's this feeling of you at certain points thinking, okay, this isn't perfect as far as this job goes, or as far as this person goes in my life, or where I'm living, whatever ends up being, but it's actually working in my favor. Do you know what I'm saying? It's this moment where I'm getting specifically, you're in a situation where someone's, if not a couple different people's energy isn't stellar, right? No offense, just being, honest and realistic, being observant. And then you say, well, this is actually working in my favor because I have stuff to do outside of this situation. Say you can actually leave it and for the moment or for the time period. And so now it's actually working in my favor because I'm going to go get things done. And you're going to end up where you're meant to be, and even along the way migrating to that situation. You know what I'm saying? It forces you maybe to get out of the house or get out of that job situation, take an early break, or something of the sort. My mind is working to my advantage, and for some I feel that is an inconsistent feeling, or just maybe non-existent for some. But I really feel you looking in the mirror and thinking, what I've been doing is actually, or just simply is very much working to my advantage. Even stumbles are working out for you because you laugh about them, or you just correct them. You use it to whatever you're applying yourself towards, to that advantage or to your advantage. At times I could, speak perfectly from the beginning to the end of these recordings, these readings, but there are stumbles, there are slip-ups that, whether I realize it in the moment or not, or remember this or not, apply towards the reading, end up being a message. And so there may be something like that for you. But they're saying the stumbles look good on you, all right? Your skin complexion is really glowing at this time. Whatever you've been doing differently, or whatever you've been continuing, or both, it's working. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's playing into the glow up that you're going through. Your teeth, your eyes, there are different parts of you that people are looking at and wondering, well, how do I get to that state of beauty, good looks, okay? I just heard it's natural, right? It's not all natural, but that's kind of the Leo energy that's coming through. Let's pull a couple more. Look up the spiritual meaning or the angel number meaning of the number 8. Darkness and attraction. There's a mystery that's leaving you in a very attractive state is what I'm getting with these two pairing together. There's a sense of you drawing in people's question marks, all right? People's interest, intrigue. People are looking at you in a very attractive light and maybe even a very spiritual light, and that's naturally leaving people with questions, wanting answers, as I feel it is the time for you to be gaining answers in regards to mystery that you've been pondering upon at times in the past, focusing upon, and actually focusing upon it within this period. And I'm not saying you're gaining all the answers that you desire, need, and want, but it is a time for you, certain blanks to be filled in. As I'm being shown a nice, kind of peaceful imagery of, from this perspective, falling from the sky very peacefully, puzzle pieces falling right into place. Some missing puzzle pieces are peacefully, coming in for you. And I feel this is a divine gift that is in the correct timing, okay, divine timing. But your world at a whole, your world at large is taking a highlight. You may even be focusing at certain points, whether you mean to, want to, or not, on the world as a whole, right, at large, and the pros and cons in regards to it. But your shadow side is somehow part of this 2-day period as well. And I want to say that you are thinking about desired illumination for the near future in regards to the path that you walk, and feeling like being drawn to this reading, whether you mention this, realize this, admit this or not, you walk a very spiritual path. Okay? You don't have to be a spiritual worker like myself in order to walk a spiritual path. You know what I'm saying? That can come into play and be utilized and experienced differently. And everybody does experience it differently. Let's be completely honest. And so I feel your spirituality is a huge part of this time period. But also take a moment and admire the moon state, because I really feel that there's some significance in regards to it. Last night I was at my serving job, and my favorite coworker, I call her my work bestie, she at one point was coming up to me. She was like, "Justin, look at the moon, look at the moon." And it was so beautiful. I looked out the window, and it was like bright yellow. It was glowing, and it was just like a sliver like this. And I just admired it. And it just was one of the reminders as to why I adore her. We have more commonalities than we've even began to discover. So there might be something like that for you as well. But look at this. I didn't even notice the path card at the bottom of the deck, as well as the fruition card. And so I feel that this is a time where your path is transforming in a very fruitful way, or fruitful ways, as there is something that you've been manifesting for a bit now that's coming to fruition. And you're seeing things glowing outside of you, within you. It's this feeling of your life feeling brighter. Ooh, it's a match is what I'm getting. It's a match. You may find for some that are single, you're matching with somebody, a couple different people, but one will stand out in regards to online dating. There may be an opportunity that you already have, or maybe looking at otherwise online, I'm getting specifically. It's a match, okay? It is a match. Look at this. Again, I feel like I mentioned that your mind is working to your advantage, okay, in your favor. There's a very fruitful way about it. Thinking about how, we do hear spirits through our mind, for the very spiritually connected. And so I feel like that is more so working to your advantage at this time. You're easily channeling for a lot. You're easily gaining an answer when need be, okay? It reminds me of me doing readings recently, since I started doing all 12 signs again on top of the dailies. And this past set of weeklies where I did all 12, I decided to channel at least one significant main message, which I used to do, and it was a struggle for a long time, before the reading. And so this past set of readings, so easy. I got some extra messages, and I had to feel it out. But it would be such a struggle, whether it was because the spirit was messing with me, giving me false messages or blocking them, or I would just be getting a bunch of mumbo jumbo is what I'm hearing. And now it just feels like your spirituality is smoother and more crystal clear than ever. I'm not saying every spirit's on your side and working for you, but it does feel like the protection and the support the assistance is wildly alive within your Leo reality. Love that. Let's move on, excuse me, to some tarot. I want more and I'm going to get more, period. And I feel like that's different levels of abundance and prosperity. Someone's thinking about how, I'm grateful for the money that I've gained recently and in general, that I am as well spending, maybe too much for some. But I feel there's this desire for more. So therefore you're going to manifest, you're going to achieve, receive, gain more. There's going to be gifts from the universe as well throughout this 2-day period that you need to look at in a very simplistic light, because there's the potential to overlook it, and that's going to be a different form, a different type of gift for each and every Leo drawn to this reading, giving you walk an individual, very specific, purposeful, individualistic path. Okay. Your independence and your leadership way about you is also taking a highlight. Any disturbance, difficulty from the recent past is definitely being spoken upon at afar, is what I'm getting, or just not right up by next to you, right by next to you, not right by your side. You can't really listen in or watch the conversation or two, and I feel it's going in your favor. Last night I had this one guy who got a steak, okay? For example, and he decided we charge a ridiculous amount for dressings, and he wanted ranch, and I was like, that's going to be an extra charge, and I told him how much, and he was all upset about it. He was like, absolutely not. He was grumpy from the beginning, and I'm not here to change your mood. I'm here to assist you, And he ended up asking to speak to the manager, saying I was racially profiling him as an Asian guy by trying to charge him for the side of dressing. I don't do that. It's a nice try. So that is going to be what's working more, or it's not going to be working against me, is what I feel they need to say. The Tower card in reverse, there's a focus on continuation, all right, on what's meant to last, go the distance, or at least last for a temporary period of time. And it feels like you need this reminder, Leo, that what's meant to be, what's meant to continue, what's meant to transform moving forward will happen for you. Walking, again, flowing along this very purposeful, destined path, very spiritual path once again. Anybody or anything, including in the spiritual realm, that tries to get in the way of this, right? Even get in your way, it's not going to work, okay? Even though I feel for some drawn to the reading, you at least feel, or maybe it's the truth, that this was not always the case. You know what I mean? And so I feel this next 2-day period, there's a true level or levels of satisfaction, fulfillment. I'm hearing yes when something very significant doesn't work against you, okay? When therefore that even works to your advantage because it makes you look better. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel you are going to be reaping rewards from even things or people from the past or currently that have tried to work against you once again. I'm hearing please save your money. Please save your money. But there's also this energy about you where you're holding your cards close to your chest and saying that you don't need to know it all, but I want to know it all. Okay. But again, I feel there's an independence about you and even a respark or a continuation of this resparking of passion within your life. And I want to say that you're quite focused at certain points on new beginnings for the future, but they're wanting you to find the thin line and don't cross it in regards to that. Find the balance. Because the present moment is where the magic is at currently, as I do feel there is a necessity and a purpose to the focus upon the new and the different aspects of your future moving forward. But the main time that you need to be focusing upon is your present day reality, okay? And that includes, when you feel the need to think back, because we started your reading with self-reflection, you know what I mean? So that's naturally going to be a part of this period. But the Emperor, when you find yourself in this energy, you're going to be feeling quite stern. You know what I mean? And I even feel this bright and sort of smiling without smiling kind of energy about you when that comes to be, and even transforms for you. But this is going to be a great period for you to buckle down and think about what needs to change. You know what I mean? Plan for this and that of importance. Get yourself more in alignment with what you wish to see increase, come to be more so, change, begin for you in the near future. All right. Clearing up your physical reality, organizing things is going to be significant for your mindset, which obviously affects every aspect of your life. But the strength card, our energy. I love this for us because I really feel that there's a strength and a true power about you in the next 48 that is beaming for everybody to recognize, to appreciate, including yourself. This is going to be an amazing next 48. Let's just leave it at that. Okay? So if this is truly helpful, as always, I'm sending you a ton of love and light. Don't forget to book a personal reading with myself. Everything is down below. And I will see you in the next one. Do take care.